friends. Time for another Dear Burt. And here we are again. Lots of questions and many, many comments. So complimentary. I want to thank you for that. Let's get right to it and see what we can do for some of you folks. Let's see. Mira says, hi, Burt. How can you find out if a person is unfriendly? Maybe will do you harm, and what can you do to disarm him or her besides run? Well, one of the things that you can do mentally, because, you know, there are people that have what we call a victim's consciousness. It kind of is an energy that is exported, and aggressors seem to come together with that, and it's kind of like one of the principles of gender, the outgoing and the incoming force. And what I want to do is block that outgoing, that victim personality. One of the ways that you can start that is stop being a victim. Next time you go out to a restaurant, I'm assuming you go once in a while, if you get a bad table, tell your waiter, your waitress, say, I don't like this table. In other words, assert yourself just a little bit, but start on a small scale. Whenever something happens that you're not getting your way, tell the person that, say, I want what I want. I remember a class that I had. There was an elderly woman in the class, and we were at a Holiday Inn. The coffee shop was closed, and she walked by, and she was very, very shy. And when she walked by the coffee shop, she saw the closed sign, but there was a waiter there, and she walked over and says, I know you're closed, but I would really love a cup of coffee. And then she looks at me and she says, and you know what? He actually gave it to me. Sure, ask and you shall receive. There is an energy that we all send out. Let's change that energy. Now, one way to help you, Mira, is to imagine between you and that person that you feel is throwing harmful energy your way. Just imagine a shield, a psychic shield, in between you and that person, him or her. Now, what is a psychic shield? Just imagine like a glass between you and them. It just takes an instant, and there you go. Give it a try. Do it. And then we have Delilah says, thank you for your captivating. I miss those past videos of yours. You don't have to miss them. You can get every one of the videos. This is the 11th one. Actually, in a few of them, I did two. So this is about the 13th or 14th one. I'm going to see to it that one of our people makes it a little bit easier on the blog. Right now, you can go, I know, to 7, 8, and 9. But what about 2, 3, 4, or 5? They're all very valuable, I think. So I'm going to see to it that it's a little bit easier. Right now, you can do it if you go to the calendar and just put your cursor there and click it. But a lot of you don't know that, so we're going to make it a little bit easier. Incidentally, the painting behind me, and that is a painting, some of you may recognize it as kind of an outgrowth of Vincent's bedroom. I really like the bedroom scenes that Vincent van Gogh painted of his bedroom, and so I did my own version of it. Of course, the pictures on the wall, they're mine, and the colors are different than his, a little similar. At any rate, my version of Vincent's bedroom. That one, of course, is a pure painting. Okay, how's our time? Oh, we're only into 4 minutes. We've got plenty of time. Let's see what else we've got. Cassandra Barragan. I sent you 2 email messages, but no reply. Oh, sorry about that. What I was trying to say was, is there any hope for me as I am deaf? Do I have to listen to CD or can I read it? I wear a hearing aid and can hear noise, but not enough to hear words, but I am a lip reader. Good. If you're a lip reader, then you're reading my lips now. That's fine. If I hear the CD without knowing what is said, would it be beneficial if I read the manual or whatever you have? Just tell me how it works. Yes, email Alexandra, my secretary, and tell her that I said for you to email her and send you the words, the written script, because all of the CDs before, what you see here, there's no script. I'm just kind of winging it, and that's the way I prefer to do it. But in the CDs, there's a script to everything. And if you simply read the script, you'll get just as much out of it as anyone else. So, Cassandra, let me know how it works out for you. And thank you for your question. Okay, let's see, what else? Who else do we have here? Nora Walters. Oh, Nora, I know you. You were in the seminar last weekend, 2 weeks ago now. And Nora says, "Dear Burt, it was a treat to be able to see and hear you. The photograph is very interesting, but your paintings are much more of a treat to admire. I want to thank you for the great seminar you just belted out in L.A. to me." Okay, Nora doesn't have a question. Well, I guess I answered all the questions when she was at the seminar. After all, we only have 9 minutes here. We had about 16 hours in the seminar. Nora, I'm glad you liked it. Okay, let me get into a little bit more Qigong, and I'll get some more questions next week. Oh, last weekend I did say something about quantum water, that I would work with you for quantum water. What is quantum water? Quantum water is simply a glass of water. You take a glass and you pour water in the glass, and then you energize the glass of water with Qigong. How do you do that? Now, before you energize the glass of water, you have to decide what it is you want to do with the water. You can make just about anything out of the water. You can grow plants with the water. You can take the negative energy out of things. You can turn it into a laxative. One fellow had hickeys on his face, a really bad case of acne, and he energized the water, patted the water on his face, and overnight the acne was gone. That was as close to a miracle as I've seen with Qigong. But it works this way. What is it you want the water to do? Let's say you want the water to energize you. You can use it. The thought just came to me for tinnitus, and we had one person, who was it? That's Cassandra, I believe, who had a problem with hearing. You might try energized water, Cassandra. It works for anything. For hearing, why not? So, what is your intent? Right now, my intent, let's say, is just for energy and for ideas, for creativity. With that intent in mind, I just take my other hand, let me put the water here so you can see what I'm doing, and just toss energy into it. Now, normally I would have the glass sitting on something. With which hand? It doesn't matter. You can do it with both hands or with one hand. And then you drink the water. Or sip the water. Let's say you buy something. You don't want a lemon. You want something really nice. And let's say it's a new computer or a new car or whatever. Or you move into a new house. Energize your water to take the negative energy out, and then walk all around the house and toss little drops of water everywhere. Or if it's a computer, just throw a few drops of water on the computer, taking the negative energy out. That works very well. That's quantum water. Now, let's say, I think we still have some time for, this is sometimes called EFT, emotional something or other. I'm not that familiar with it. But when I see it used, I recognize it from an ancient technique, an ancient yoga technique that I've been using, and simply tapping. EFT, you tap on the meridians of acupuncture. But I find you can tap anywhere. We really don't have time to get into this too much. Matter of fact, we're into 9 minutes. I'll do this next week. I will get into using Qigong and tapping to control your emotions and also to control your appetites, which are kind of a form of emotion. Hopefully you've gotten something exceptional out of this, dear Burt. Next Friday, look for it again. And do have a good day, a good week, wonderful month. And we're coming into Thanksgiving. I'll see you next week. That's about it for now.